Go.
What up, New Gaming Order? This is the New Gaming Order staff, our weekly
Who is
podcast.
typing in the background?
What the heck? You know what, Noop is messing me up. But New Gaming Order podcast for the 21st of the month. Thank you guys for joining us. We back like the jack in that bitch, and I'm gonna go around the table for
And he
introduction.
still said it.
And
And
starting
we're not
with,
at a table.
what the heck?
Hello.
Anyway, so Noop, opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone.
It's not
I'm
morning.
back.
It's not
I'll be
morning.
back on a more regular basis now. I'm getting my life together, getting a schedule together, getting a pattern down. I missed the fans, man. I did a sort of an unboxing on my page on Thumb Thrasher Gaming of The Witcher 3 Collector's Edition on PC, so check that out. New Gaming Order is continuing to grow, and I'm very proud of Nelson and Alex and all the other staff members who have been building this company and bringing new guys like me along for the ride. Pause.
Unbelievable. Shinwar, opening comments.
I'm playing Street Fighter. Now, what up? It's Thursday, May 21st. Memorial Day weekend is coming. We got a lot of gaming news coming at you, so stay tuned.
All right. NYC Playboy,
Who?
our support right now. Opening comments.
Alright, good evening. It's Thursday, May 21st, 8:20 p.m.
I just
Yep, like the previous brother said, it is Memorial Day weekend, so it is the unofficial beginning of summer. So get ready. We got E3 around the corner.
Yes, we
Yes, yes.
June, no, SGC in July in Dallas, and also a lot of folks are still upset about New York Comic Con that ticket fiasco. So
Yeah. Shinwar and I did a detailed breakdown, and we got a lot of views on that. And NYC Playboy was on that chat, giving us some interesting information, especially the $1,600 price tag on one ticket. But that's neither here nor there. But Demizzle, opening remarks.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the 21st of the month.
getting off.
Nah, but for real though, what's going down, everybody? It's just me chilling, buying games, too many games, but that's something I want to talk about is just this overabundance of games, yet people talking about they have nothing to play.
Yeah, they got to be a little more open-minded. But
I
I,
think they-
I, I
yeah.
also wanted to plug. Demizzle did a video on, and I know Noop is gonna take that, but free play mode has a video on a man that had his son take a sledgehammer to his consoles for bad grades. So you might want to check that video out. I was gonna cover that, but you could check that out on free
Let's
play
cover it
mode.
at the end or something.
Th-
Or in the raw footage.
Unbelievable. All right, and then Nelson,
Talk
opening
about that
comment.
lawnmower video.
All right. What's up, everybody? I'm not gonna be long because I'm eating. So welcome to the podcast.
He is eating on the podcast. Unbelievable. All right,
Yep,
so
I'm
That's my
eating.
job, yo.
all right, new gaming order. First topic of the evening. I like that, dude. We gotta record him and kind of use that. Also, but
New Gaming Order, the most disorganized yet most professional newscast in gaming journaling history.
all right, but back on track. New gaming order. We have our first topic. Phil Spencer went on record to say that he admittedly made a comment stating that the Kinect is not really useful
To him.
to him. Now, I know other YouTubers, like I believe Review Tech is probably going to be all over this because he hated the Kinect. Same thing with Angry Joe. A lot of folks just, I think that Microsoft mishandling of the Kinect with trying to shoehorn it and force it into people's households made people hate it. Look at the WWE universe, so to speak, or the fan base. If you try to force or indoctrinate something that they don't want, they're gonna reject it. You should, at the end of the day, you gotta give the consumer, make them feel that they have an option, even though at the end of the day, they're still controlling how you consume products, purchase products. But with that being said, is this the end of the Kinect? Because you see, the prototype, or Kinect 1.0 on the 360 did pretty decent. Hell, my sisters still use it. But you see, the Kinect on the Xbox One, you don't really have a lot of games or a lot of support on it. And that's a sad thing, because considering how this Kinect was supposed to be so much better than its predecessor, now Phil Spencer is saying, hey, you know what? It's not really worth it. And now the new SDKs, for the Xbox One, which allow them more access to the RAM, and say, hey, screw the Kinect. You know what I mean? I think it's somewhat of a disappointment, because we saw the potential when me and Shinwa first went to Comic-Con, and they had the prototypes on the 360 and what it was supposed to be able to do and put you in the game. For this type of statement to go out is like damaging from Phil Spencer himself. So I don't see, to me it looks like they pretty much crucified the Kinect with that. So just going around the table, I'm gonna give free play mode the floor first. What are your thoughts on Phil Spencer's comments on the Kinect?
Well, Phil Spencer has been nothing but truthful like his entire time as the head of Microsoft Gaming Division, so he ain't never lie. As much as I like the thing, it's pretty useful for me because I use it in my videos and stuff and commentaries, but I can understand the lack of appeal to the core gamer and even the casual gamer, because like beginning with last year they stopped pushing it. And as you said, with the new SDKs, like they essentially put it in the developer's hands, like, look, you either want to use the Kinect or you don't want to use the Kinect, instead of, okay, we're gonna force you to use only 90% of the system where the other 10% is allocated for the Kinect. So it's officially dead, even though Phil Spencer kind of did a little bit of a backtrack. And was like, well, it's still an integral part of our Xbox strategy. When he said he doesn't find it useful, that's like the word of God in Xbox. Is like, well, it's dead.
Yeah, I really think it's unfortunate. They could have done so much with it had they not forced it on people. It should have been from the door. It should have been a peripheral that you can buy. So
I kind of disagree, because like things.
But
like,
Dave, if you look at the 360, it was a lot more received on the 360 because they didn't force it on you.
No, but I'll tell you why things like the Kinect and ultimately the PlayStation Eye and Project Morpheus and Oculus Rift will never be received by the mass gaming public. It'll have cult followings, but like the reason why those things will never gain any serious traction is because the traditional controller exists, and nothing has come out that is better than the traditional controller. So that's why those things will never gain traction as long as the traditional controller remains a part of the traditional console gaming experience. If you built a console where the Kinect or something like it, like a PlayStation Eye or a motion control, was the only choice you had to control whatever, it would force developers to build games from the ground up using that.
Unfortunately, I don't think the market's prepared for it. I don't think, because it's gonna be like,
shut up,
it's like the Wii U, the original Wii. It was well received, but then it's like, okay, as that momentum came in, we're actually semi putting you in the game, it kind of went away too. You know what I mean? The
problem with the Wii, in my opinion, was software, man.
Yeah, there was no good software for the Wii, even though
the controllers were good. The the Wii Motion Plus came out and made it even better, but it was the software support.
Like, you literally have to force developers to make a game from the ground up using the Kinect or the PlayStation Eye or the Wiimote. You can't have like half-ass implemented motion controls. There have to be games built from the ground up with this intention, like with the motion control in mind. You can't like, okay, well, we're just gonna have head tracking because head tracking looks cool in driving games, or it looks cool in first-person shooters, but you're still going to control everything else with the controller. No, you can't do that. It has to be
all or nothing. Oh, gotcha. All right. So since Snoop, you jumped in, what are your thoughts on Phil Spencer, the lead of the Microsoft Xbox division, and his statements towards that peripheral?
I mean, he didn't say anything, you know, most people didn't already feel. It's a peripheral, man, and there's a reason why certain peripherals haven't done well, besides controllers, and there's a reason why this one isn't doing well. What I think the real issue is that what they really need to do, and it's never going to happen because of this push it out, make money. They need to have the Kinect completed. Like, let's say, okay, Xbox, 2 or whatever comes out. A year before that console drops, that Kinect needs to be completed, and they need to give it to developers and say, hey, it's done. This is the final copy. So when the game's launch, it's not launching with enough momentum. It's launching, and they want you to buy it based off of the features that it presents. No. When it launches, it needs to already be integrated in launch titles. It needs to be. We need to know that hey, when you get your console and you buy Kinect, these 15 games are Kinect ready. Not here's your Kinect, use it, talk to your friends, get on Skype. We'll give you some games later. You gotta give it to them right off the bat, which is why. And honestly, I want to Kinect. Pause. I want to Kinect, but I don't have one yet. Number one, the price. And number two, I don't feel inhibited. My gaming experience, my Xbox One experience, other than the navigation, because double tapping the freaking Xbox button is the worst, yo. I can't tell you how many times I've done the wrong thing, but I'm gonna get one. But honestly, it never goes on sale that I've ever seen. I've never heard anyone say, "Hey, Noob, you can get the Kinect for $50 off." I'll probably get one. Maybe
on eBay or something. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's what I think it is. I don't think it has enough software to support from the get-go, and like y'all said, I think developers, it's ahead of its time. I think it's an excellent idea, but we're not ready. And I think developers, now if you put out a bad game, you're pretty much dead. You know what I mean? So it's like, do we take the chance and really put Kinect as a part of this game and possibly fail, or do we build Call of Duty and put Kinect in there with the possibility of it messing up the core gameplay mechanics because we have to spend more time on development and graphics? I think there's too many variables, and I think whatever the next Kinect is going to be, they really need to take, more time. I mean, they said they take a lot of time with these Kinect systems, but it looks like y'all need more, or y'all got to market it better.
No, they rushed. They were trying to, like, hey, we're going to get Sony. Our Kinect did well on the last system, and they're gonna love it now, and then they didn't even support the damn thing. They're treating it like the Vita.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that, yo.
Anyway, NYC Playboy, what are your thoughts on Microsoft? And I guess they're basically not having faith in what they developed. And this was more expensive to develop than the last Kinect.
Well, I think it was all about the timing was off, and also the implementation. Because remember with the Kinect and the PlayStation and the PlayStation Eye, it was this always on thing, and then Engadget, CNET, and all the other tech sites were saying, wait a minute, this system is always on, looking at you, and
I remember that.
And remember, this is the era of Edward Snowden, where the government is taking, you're listening on your phone calls, your emails, and your text messages, etc., etc. God knows, what people do in the privacy of their own home. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. And people forget that. I have this system on, it's off, but it's not off. That eye is looking at you. You could be like, doing stuff. You can understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
So it was just the confluence of bad, PR. Especially when the new systems came out, these new terms of services agreements, we're always on, we can monitor you. People were like, wait, what? I just want to play, video games. You know, I just want to play Call of Duty or whatever. You know, I don't want you, Microsoft, Sony, looking at me. Then all of a sudden, Sony gets hacked, and hackers stole credit card information. You know, and then now you can steal people's biometric information. You know, match that with the credit card, and next thing, it's crazy. So yeah, it was just there was just too many forces working against it. But academia and government have made uses of the Kinect SDKs. You know, if you look at stories about MIT, Stanford, and Princeton, how they use the Kinect in their robotics laboratory,
that's a military grade camera for like certain.
Absolutely.
And so people don't know, like, if they really look
battlefield generators, at what the military uses for their new F-16 fighter jets, and also Kinect technology is used in, if you go to your DMV, they have car simulators now.
Yes. This is
but for consumer mass consumption, it was just it was just
their strategy was bad.
The stars were not in alignment for mass consumer acceptance based on people's paranoia and the way it was rolled out, and then the company's defense of the new terms of service.
Eating that bacon sandwich
for the new
opening my fruit snacks. My bad.
Good.
All right, go ahead. Let's see, Playboy.
Oh yeah, I'm done. That was it.
Oh, okay. Shinmore, what are your thoughts on that? Sorry,
you
about
don't have no thoughts.
Shut up. Nah, I agree with you guys. When it was marketed and promoted, when they were pushing the Xbox One, it was basically forced upon us. But outside of gaming, what is that? Xbox Fitness, Kinect Sports. They were really, in the beginning, they were really pushing it towards that, which was cool.
And none of that came out on the Xbox One. The
Xbox Fitness came out when they connected with Beachbody, and they went to some type of agreement. So they had like Insanity and all these other things, all these various health and fitness things. They had Kinect Sports and the dance games. But in regards to the hardcore gamer, it was nothing. It was like, okay, I can turn my console on, which was cool, by the way.
It doesn't always work though, because I have to tell my system twice to turn on. Sometimes.
Right. So you can tell it to record this, record that. But integrated with video games, Phil Spencer's right. He said for people that are playing Halo and Call of Duty, it's pretty much useless. And like Dave said, to the MGP, the mass gaming public, they for what? I don't need it. So they should have excluded it out. And like Alex said, made it an optional piece of hardware. We don't need it. And I remember, Noop, I told you earlier today when we were on the phone, I'm like, yo, you made the right decision in getting one without the Kinect, because
he waited a long time too.
Yeah, and Alex, I remember when you had the one for the 360, you was in an unspecified location in New Jersey, which I can't name, but when you were there, you were doing the boxing in your basement, and I was like, yo, at first I was like, I don't need a Kinect, and I was saying that even up until the Xbox One, and then when I got it, I was like, you know what, it's not bad, but integrated with video games, it's not good.
The strategy has to be better executed, and then you can't force. Like I said, I think the number one thing, the bad DRM, like Playboy was electing to,
and they did change that.
The camera, like, it just didn't seem to. You have to make a product where people want to purchase it, not like, oh man, they can do this to me. No, I don't want this, So, but Nelson, bring us home. Your thoughts on Phil Spencer? Not backing. I wouldn't say not backing, but he was being brutally honest, and that's what I love about him. He just kept it real.
Well, in my opinion, it's depending on the person, depending on the consumer. If you wanted the Kinect that came with the first few months of launch for the console, it's your choice. If not, take it to GameStop and sell it, get money. You don't have to keep it. You're not held down by the government to keep your Kinect. Just get rid of it.
I'm gonna buy one.
Two, they didn't sit there and say that the Kinect was made for gaming only. They did not say this on
Right.
record. So
Right.
for people assuming that the Kinect was just for gaming, no, it's meant for multimedia management with your TV, Skype, your music, Twitch, YouTube, and so on. So it does way more of its uses than just the Kinect Sports and the Xbox Fitness and a few other titles and stuff like that.
Let me piggyback with what you just said, and what you just said was very powerful, because when you look at it in that aspect, it beats the crap out of any webcam you could ever think about getting.
Yeah, this is true. That camera is very advanced, bro. I will say that.
It's very much well worth it. But like you said, if you're one of those people who doesn't do that, then man. So I wish I had one. I wish they had a white one to go with my white Xbox. But
They do have a white one actually, but I don't know if you can get it through GameStop.
But you know
might have to
what?
do it through Amazon.
But I guess in conclusion, the Kinect got disconnected. In my point,
Oh,
you know,
my god!
it's
Did you
just-
really just do
But-
that?
But let me finish what I was finishing off. Also the Kinect where everyone's saying like, oh, it could see through your the Kinect, the cops could use it, and they have like
That's speculation.
Excuse me.
They're going too far.
and
with
whatnot.
that.
The only thing I gotta say is, hey, my Xbox is on 24/7, 365, and it goes to sleep when, you know, apparently there's no activity going on for about an hour, whether if it's like no direct light, no one passing by through the camera, yada yada yada. If they see something in my house that they're not supposed to, oh well, it's not like, you know, we're not being watched any fucking ways, being watched by someone. So if you want to see something, go right ahead, whether if you're a pervert or not. Hey, fuck
Yeah,
it.
it'll turn into the days of Uno on Xbox 360.
It's already the days of Uno with that stupid Kinect. There's an app, I forgot what the hell it's called. It's like you could get into like a bunch of chat rooms and stuff like that and just bullshit around. But I think it's in Europe only right now. I don't know if they
good.
brought it to America, but it's already crazy. And then of course, if you heard about the whole PlayStation party room where they had people allegedly just having sex on fucking live stream.
That's
Just
some kind of
because.
party. Hold on. What?
Just because.
What the heck?
And then you have mad people typing in the chat, and you see it flying across the screen. Yeah, ram her, get her in the butt, do this, do that. I'm like, oh,
Unbelievable. They turned the console into interactive, like on request act performing craziness, man. All right, so with that, so Nelson, were you done with your?
Okay. Yeah, now I am.
All right,
Please be
so
done.
with that, New Gaming Order fans, this concludes our first segment. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out, and we're gonna go into intermission. Those who are watching us live, you know, you'll get the raw cut, and then we'll move into our next topic. So we'll see you on the next segment. Peace.